So, welcome and hello, everyone. It's been a long time, but this is Janice with Diamond in the Rough Logistics. I am here today to go over some dispatching information with you all. The information that we are going to cover today is some information that some of you may or may not know. If you're new to dispatching, this will be very, very helpful for you. If you are already in the trucking dispatching arena, this is just something to help reinforce what you may or may not know. Um, this is going to be what we're calling our dispatching series. There's going to be a total of 6 different videos that will be uploaded to our channel. If you are not subscribing to our channel, please hit the subscribe button, like, comment, whatever it is, so that we can help grow our channel. So in this series of dispatching, we're going to have 6 videos, I'm sorry, as I previously mentioned. The first one will be today, will be what is dispatching and what you need to do to get started. The second one, which will be released in a couple of days, will be marketing and networking. The next will be rate negotiation. The fourth video would be load boards. Video 5 will be juggling multiple owner operators and how to get paid. And the last video, which is for me the most important, is HOS, hours of service and compliance, because we want to always make sure that our drivers are in compliance. So with that, I am going to go ahead and get started. For those of you who do not know me or who has never seen any of my videos, my name is Janice Ruff. I am the owner of Diamond in the Rough Logistics. I am usually joined by my great friend Angela with Overflow Logistics, but she is unavailable today. So I am going to kick off this series for you today by myself, so please bear with me. If you have any questions or comments, again, put those in the comment sections and we are here and available for you. So for those of you who are brand new to trucking dispatching, just want to give you just some history or some background information on what a dispatcher really is. Now, according to this slide, a dispatcher works as a manager for the carrier or the owner operator. You as the dispatcher are the engine to the owner operator business. So let me make sure that I clarify for you. You do not manage the owner operator or the carrier, as in they're not your employee, they don't work for you. But what you do is that you manage their business. You help them in ways in which they need help and in ways in which sometimes they cannot help themselves. Now, keep in mind, some carriers and owner operators are fully able to dispatch him or herself. However, some of them cannot, and that's where we come in. So as a dispatcher, you're going to always be responsible for your drivers, helping them get loads, and you're going to make sure that he or she is always on time. There's going to always be some issues, so there's some caveats to being on time. However, our responsibility is to ensure that our drivers get loads and that they deliver or pick up those loads on time. Next, as a good or a great dispatcher, which I want all of you to strive to be, we are going to keep a portfolio of our carriers or owner operators on what lanes they prefer, what their desired freight rates are, and their equipment specs. So I'm going to break this down again, just in case there's someone who's very new to truck dispatching. An owner operator is someone who owns his or her own equipment. They usually have their own authority, their own DOT number. In some cases, they can be an owner operator and they run under someone else's own authority or DOT or MC number. So when I say owner operator, I'm talking about the driver. The owner operator and the carrier are very much similar. Usually a carrier works for a company. An owner operator is his or her own company, if that makes sense for you. Next, our desired freight rates. Right now, we all are aware that these rates are very, very low. But if you are dispatching, hold on to those owner operators, help them get the best rates that they can right now, and just keep pushing. The rates are going to pick up. We just have to bear with it. And this is just something that happens in the trucking industry. Next, our equipment specs. We need to know what he or she has. Are they running a drive-in, a gooseneck, a reefer truck? Are they in a box truck? If so, what are the specifications for those? We need to know all of that information, and it should be stored on your portfolio for each owner operator that you have. When you go to book loads for owner operator 1, you need to have that spec sheet, and you need to know exactly what equipment he or she has. So when you're calling on loads, you're calling with the appropriate equipment. Over time, you're going to learn each owner operator's information, and you won't need the spec sheet because it'll be ingrained in your head at all times. Now, as a truck dispatcher, you are going to be responsible for completing carrier packets when the owner operator has to sign up with a new broker. The great thing about carrier packets is with a broker, you only have to fill out that packet once for each owner operator or each carrier. You are also going to be responsible for rate negotiation. This is going to be covered in our series 3. So make sure you come back for that. You're going to be responsible in some cases for carrier compliance. They have to be in compliance with the FMCSA, DOT. So you're going to make sure that they're in compliance. We're going to cover that on series 6 of this dispatching series. So again, make sure you come back for that. Next, in some cases, you're going to be responsible for invoicing on behalf of your owner operator, which means you're going to submit the invoice to the broker, or you're going to submit the invoice to the broker as well as the factoring company. Okay. Next, trip planning. This is going to be vital. Some carriers or owner operators have been in the game for years and they can plan trips themselves. However, as a great dispatcher, we are going to always trip plan. Meaning, if I have an owner operator and he is trying to get from Atlanta, Georgia to Tampa, Florida, I am going to check the weather for Georgia as well as Florida. I'm going to make sure that there's no hurricanes, tornadoes, heavy rain, thunderstorms, all of that, lane closures, road closures. We need to make sure all of that is encompassed in our trip planning. Next, we are going to be responsible for our carrier profile sheet. This is going to list everything you need to know about each carrier or owner operator. This is going to tell you their equipment specs, their desired freight rates, where they're located, what's their bottom line as far as rates are concerned, what their total weight that he or she can carry. All of that information is going to be in that carrier profile sheet. That way you are ready at all times. No matter what the situation is, you know exactly what you need to know about that owner operator. So when you're calling on loads or brokers are calling you direct, you are ready and prepared with the information that you need. Now, I'm going to read this bottom sentence to you because it is very important. Truck dispatching requires a high level of organization, focus, attention to detail, and patience. The very last word, patience, should be in all capital letters and in red because you're going to need to be patient with your owner operators or carriers and with your brokers. Okay, so make sure you keep all of that in mind. Business setup. Some of you are already in business, so you already have this slide completed, which is great. Congratulations. If you have not, these are things that you need to do to get your dispatching business set up. That's correct. You are going to now be a business. This is something that you're not going to take lightly. You're going to make sure that you have all of these steps completed so that you are considered a business, so that your business can receive payment and you can market and network yourself as well. So we are going to choose a business name for our dispatching services. That's the first thing you're going to do. Next, you're going to determine the structure of your business. Are you going to be a sole proprietor? Are you going to be an LLC? Google the different structures that are listed here and determine which is best for your business. Okay. Next, we're going to file formation documents within your state. Now, each state is going to vary as far as the time or the turnaround time to get the documents back. Each state is going to vary on the cost. Again, go to your state website, type in the information that's needed as far as forming a business. It's going to tell you exactly what's needed. First thing you're going to do when you're forming your business with your state, you're going to check the business name that you're going to go with. Make sure that it is available. If it is, you're going to go ahead and you're going to fill out the information to form the business. You're going to pay the appropriate fee. The state is then going to let you know if your document or your formation documents are approved. And if so, you will receive a certificate of formation. And depending on the state, you'll get articles of organization as well. Now, this again, the time is going to vary depending on the state. I'm in the state of Georgia. At one point, you would get your formation documents in a day or same day. Now they are taking a couple of weeks. So just be mindful of that whenever you're filling in or filling out your documents. Next, we're going to do some account setups. We're going to set up a business bank account. You can set it up with a credit union or any bank that you're familiar with. Set that business account up so all your payments go directly into that business account. Next, we are going to apply for our employer identification number, our EIN. This is free. I'm going to reiterate that to you. It is absolutely 100% free. You're going to go to irs.gov. You, and I say that very clearly, you, not anyone else, but you are going to go there and you're going to apply for your EIN. The reason why I emphasize the word you is because some people are being charged hundreds, in some cases, thousands of dollars to have someone else apply for their EIN for them. Do not waste the time or money. Take 10 minutes of your time, go to irs.gov, apply for your own EIN number. You can download it right then. You can print it, or you can have them mail it to you. Okay. Next, we are going to apply for a Dun & Bradstreet number because we want to establish some business credit because we are now going to be a business, right? So with that being said, you're going to go to Dun & Bradstreet. You're going to apply for a DUNS number. Again, this is absolutely free. Again, do not allow anyone to charge you for this service because it's 100% free for you to do it yourself. All right. Again, if you have any questions, go into the comment sections and say, Janice, question on Dun & Bradstreet, question on EIN, whatever it is, put the comments down and we will definitely work to get those answers to you as soon as possible. The last thing we want to set up are some social media accounts. We all probably have personal accounts set up already. My personal or professional recommendation is to have 2 separate accounts. It's up to you. I've seen it go both ways. Some people will use their personal account for their business. Some people will turn their business into a personal. It's totally up to you. My preference is to have 2, to have your social media under your name and then have social media for your business. You want to be considered a business, so you want to be professional at all times. Keep your business social media to your business. Quotes, memes, business information, tips, anything of that nature is what you should post under your business social media. All right. Next, let's talk about what it takes to get started. So we're going to set up our office. We all know we need a smartphone, right? So we're going to get a cell. We're going to get a computer. My preference is MacBook. And the reason why is because I also have an iPhone. So I can do a lot of things from my cell to my computer. And it's just so much easier from having Microsoft Word and MacBook together. So again, my preference is MacBook. That's just my preference. You can use whatever your preference is. You want to make sure that you have a reliable internet connection. You are going to need to fill out electronic forms at some times. You're going to need to sign documents. You are going to need to be able to connect to the internet for about 98% of what you're doing as a dispatcher. So you want to make sure that you have a reliable internet connection. Next, headset. I put this on here because I am the type of person, being very honest here, people, I do not like holding any telephone to my ear. It takes too much time. I like to have my hands free, and I don't like to have my shoulder and my ear connected at all times. And you're going to be on the telephone a lot of the times. Get you a headset. They could be wireless. They could be corded. It does not matter. I personally have some big Bose ones. I love them. The clarity is awesome. Get whatever suits you. Load board access. Now, if you are new to dispatching, you'll know that some load boards will not allow you to join because you are not a driver or a broker or owner operator. Some of them will. DAT will allow you to join their load board as a dispatcher. So make sure when you're signing up, you let them know that you're a dispatcher. There are some load boards that are going to be absolutely free. You're going to just search around and you're going to find them. Or you can join us for our 4th series and we'll go over the different load boards, which ones are free, which ones will provide access for you as a dispatcher. Next, I always say get dispatch training. Now, Angela and I provide dispatch training. We do it once a month. And we also do a training called How to Start or Grow a Trucking Business. Both of our trainings are excellent. Patting myself on the back here. Not just saying that just because, But I'm saying dispatch training is vital for your survival because you're going to be trained or mentored by someone who's been in the business. Now, you do not have to join or sign up for a training that costs. And what I mean by that is you can Google, you can go to YouTube, you can sign up for different groups on social media that specializes in dispatching, and you can gather a lot of information there. But to get hands-on, one-on-one training or with a mentor, my recommendation is to sign up for some form of dispatch training. Okay. Next is our invoicing system. My favorite is PayPal because they will send out an invoice on your behalf to your owner operators or your carriers or whomever you're trying to bill. But you can find whatever invoicing system that you prefer. When I first started many years ago, telling my age, when I started many years ago, I created my own invoices out of a spreadsheet in Excel. I created it and I would save it as a PDF and I would email it over to my owner operators. Over time, because I ended up with multiple owner operators, it became too time consuming to do that. So I moved to PayPal. Next, you want to get a printer, scanner, fax. If you can find a 3-in-1, that would be awesome. The reason why is because some of your carrier packets are going to need to be printed and completed. Some of them will be electronic, but we want to make sure that our printer, scanner, and fax is always available for us. Okay. Next, create a marketing plan, which includes a website for yourself. Now, we're going to go over marketing as well, and we're going to touch on that in our next video, which will be available in a couple of days. So make sure you come back for that, and we'll just show you how to create a marketing plan, what should be included in it, so that you can get yourself and your business out there. All right. Now, on the previous slide, we already mentioned setting up social media accounts on all platforms. Again, make sure that you're setting it up for your business. Okay. And you're going to make it separate from your personal. Next, we are going to start networking with brokers, customers, and other dispatchers and owner operators. A lot of people kind of turn their nose up when I say other dispatchers because they think that it's going to always be a competition. It is not. For anyone that's viewing this video, I want to stress to you that this is not a competition. There is money in this for everybody. If you're new to the game, if you've been here for a while, it's okay to work with and help other dispatchers, because you'll find out that you're going to probably get calls or see loads for things that you don't have a driver or owner operator that's available for. You can refer those to other dispatchers. You're going to get calls from brokers, and he or she's going to need a particular type of equipment, and your owner operator may or may not have it. You can refer that to another dispatcher, and then they'll do the same to you. So let's work together. Let's all get this money together, right? Let's get this bag. Next, I always hear owner operators sometimes say, well, how can you help me as a dispatcher? Well, here are a couple of things that you can tell or you can share with the owner operator to say, hey, this is why you need me. One, I can find and secure loads for you. A lot of times the owner operators are focused on making money. So they're driving, they're trying to get from one stop to another. They're trying to get away from detours and road closures, and they're trying to be safe, and they're trying to arrive alive and on time. So why not? As a dispatcher, let us help you find those loads, right? Next, we want to maximize their profit. Let us take the stress off of you as the owner operator and finding your own loads, and let us do that for you. Next, we can plan around weather delays. We can help them reroute and get away from potentially hazardous weather, right? We can deliver best-in-class customer service. And with managing our relationships with our brokers, because we're going to network and we're going to build up a network of brokers that we work with, we're going to also in turn manage relationships with our carriers. All right. So that's what you can do as a dispatcher to help an owner operator. Now, I know that was short and sweet, but that is how we become a dispatcher and what we need to get started. Now, keep in mind that there's more. If you have any questions, again, comment, like, subscribe, share, comment. If you need anything, my name is Janice Ruff with Diamonds in the Rough Logistics. My contact information is listed here. Follow me on IG. If you don't mind, Diamonds in the Rough 2214. And then I have Angela, who is with Overflow Logistics. I have her contact information listed here for you as well. I want to take this time to thank you for joining us, or me today, for our dispatching series. This is course 1. Join us back here in a couple of days for marketing and networking. Have a great day. Enjoy.